What's going on, y'all? So listen.
Child, what's going on? Okay, let's just get up into it. All right. Because I was trying to understand where this episode was going. Okay, first of all, this is American Horror Story. What? This is season 2, episode 7. Necro. Now, bitch, when I first saw the name, I didn't really register what it was, okay? Because I was like, it's Necro. I said, what the fuck is that? I zoomed right past it, okay? I didn't even try to take it in. But as I'm going through the episode, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, please tell me what I think is going to happen is not going to happen. Because, bitch, this about to be up there with the Milkmaids episode. Because on the Milkmaid episode, they were sucking on pus, thinking that they gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? What in the fuck? I mean, granted, they probably did. But shit, that bitch wouldn't even let her scars and her sores heal up because she kept on busting them bitches open. Which I'm surprised some hoes didn't get infected and the bitch didn't die. Well, she did die. But anyway, not from that. That little boy, her own son, killed her ass. Okay? But I said, what the fuck is this shit? When I tell you I was truly disgusted and my stomach was turned, okay, by the end of this episode, and it wasn't even all that nasty. It was just, when I say nasty, like gruesome or whatever, it was just some shit that went down in this episode that I said, I feel as though people need to go to jail for shit like this. And I think they do, okay? This is up there on the lines of motherfuckers that be doing shit with animals, okay? That's all I'm going to put out there. If you ain't watched it, that's what the moral of this and the essence of this goddamn show is. But let's just go there. I ain't trying to be on here all night because I'm a little intoxicated, probably a little tipsy, you know, and I got to go work in the morning. Y'all know I don't usually give y'all American Horror Stories this early, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no cable right now. Well, it ain't hooked up on my TV, so bitch, I ain't got shit else to watch. So let me catch up on my stuff. Girl, I get up into the episode, you know, it comes on and we see this house, okay? It's look like an apartment or whatever. You know, it's all old furniture and shit. Old furnishing, old stove and stuff. And I said, it look a little messy. You know, my place look a little messy right about now too. I'm gonna have to clean up a little bit of stuff. Girl, I have not really unpacked yet. I might try to put a dent in it on my day off Saturday. And then I got Monday and Tuesday off too. Probably be finished by then. But anyway, girl, I'm sitting here like, why the house look nasty, okay? What is going on? Somebody turned on the lights, okay? I mean, we can't see up in this bitch, right? Girl, all of a sudden I see a little string of blood and shit. And I said, oh no, what is this? What is this? Somebody got killed up in here. What's going on? And then we see this dead body. And then we hear a flash. It goes, May 1998. I said, oh, 1998. I was like 10 years old, 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? What's good? You know, what's going on? Next thing you know, it flashes back to this house. And then you see this dead lady on the floor. I said, now, is she really dead? Yeah, she dead. Girl, titty out and everything. And then we see this little girl come through. I said, mama look like she about 3 years old. Okay, she look like she old enough to be on actual food and not still on the titty. Okay, and I'm only saying that because next thing you know, we see Miss Little Girl. She rolls over and she was like, titty. I said, excuse the fuck out of me? Excuse the fuck out of me? Did this little girl just lean over to her mama titty and go, I said, ma'am, your mother's dead. That's a dead body right there. She said the titty still perky. Look at the nipple. I said, oh, okay, you know. And right then and there, I was just like, you know, I'm not going to hold it against the baby because the baby she a kid. She don't know what's going on. I'ma hold it against whoever wrote this shit. That's nasty. Meanwhile, it goes forward to the present in 2022. The little girl just so happened to be Sam. We see this girl named Sam. She's working on this body or whatever. You know, she's being real personal with the body and all this stuff. And honestly, I liked the way that she was doing and stuff, trying to have respect and treating the people like they still people, even though they no longer here. It's just being respectful, you know what I'm saying? Not desecrating the body and all that shit or whatever. So I was like, I'll give you a little pass for that. That's nice. You take care with your work. I would like somebody to work on my people who take care and ain't just doing some shoddy ass work. Okay. Apparently they was working on this lady that needed to be buried, and they was finna do the viewing and all that shit. Mama face was fucked up, but Miss Girl got her right. She looked like ain't shit ever happened to her. So they do all of that. The director of the funeral home is giving her props and everything, and it led to her getting the goddamn raise. I said, see, that's how you do that shit. Meanwhile, she go home to her man, who I'm thinking is her husband or whatever. Now it's her little boyfriend. And, she come up in there, and I'm looking at her because she dressed down. Like, she got her jean jacket on, her jeans and all that stuff or whatever. She look like she go party all the time and all this stuff. And she got not a care in the world. He's so uptight. He the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? He gives me teeth. And, I don't know. He just gave me real straight lace. And I said, I understand opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? But I was just looking at her. I said, girl, you got to be bored with him. You got to be bored with him, because I'm bored looking at him, and I only looked at him for 2 seconds. He a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? And she up here trying to be all happy about what she got. I got me a raise, Jesse. And, he was like, that's cool or whatever. She trying to, seduce him, get him a little riled up. He was like, listen, I got to go to court, clients is waiting on me and all that stuff. She was like, listen, they can wait a little bit longer. And I mean, she was trying. Mama was hot. Mama was heated. Mama was ready. And he was like, nah, okay? And why don't you go use that oil that I brought you, take a shower? She said, listen, I took a shower when I left. And he was like, well, maybe it wasn't good enough because I still smell that formaldehyde on your body. I said, well, damn, bitch, you basically told the hoe that she stank, okay, without saying, bitch, you stank, okay? And I said, oh, wow. Meanwhile, she going to sit down with her friends, and basically they just having a little conversation about the fact that, she don't really fuck. Like, I can see it. Ain't no excitement in their relationship. Man, I don't give a damn how much time left. Like, we could sacrifice a little bit of time. Looking at that house, y'all could sacrifice a little bit of time, okay? Jesse, you could have gave her a little 5 minute. You look like you would do it in 2, okay? 2 minute, what would the 2 minute quickie would have done? Okay, you could have got it done probably in a minute and a half. I don't know. You just look like you don't last long. I'm sorry. It's just what it is, And so at this point, I was just like, girl, let that motherfucker go. Even her friends was like trying to understand what is it with them, and you don't even seem alive and all that stuff. And the only time that she started talking about stuff is when she started talking, feeling like she got life in her, is when she talking about the dead and shit. I'm just sitting here like, ma'am, you need to go get that checked. You need to go talk to a therapist or something, okay? Cause this ain't working, okay? This is a little weird. So next thing you know, we see her up in the back at the job. She doing a little body, talking to it or whatever, and she thinking that she the only one up in there. And then all of a sudden this dude come in with another body, and she was like, oh my God, what you doing? This is a restricted area. He was like, I'm Charlie. I'm the new grave digger. I'm sorry, I'm just dropping this off or whatever. And then he whispered in the lady ear, thank you for allowing me to, take you to Miss Girl, Miss Sam. And I was sitting here like, okay, they got respect. It's kind of weird, but they got respect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to go off the deep end right then and there. But I was looking at Charlie, and I'm thinking Charlie probably like a ghost or some shit. Or, Charlie a little psychotic in the way of, he probably going to be bringing bodies up in there that he done killed and all that stuff. And that wasn't even it. Girl, they have a little conversation. She looking at him. She apologizes. This is when she was finished. She go outside. She apologized for, coming at him the way that she did because she ain't know him or whatever. And she gave him her name and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, she feels some type of way about him because, you find somebody that you can relate to. Whereas you with a nigga that you don't got anything in common with. It's like, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, right? I'm sorry. That looked like it was nasty the way that it came out, but it is what it is. It tastes good though. I'm sorry, y'all, but when she came home, right, she was a little hot because of Charlie. You know, she went and she got a little washed up, had her little lingerie on. He was and her baby daddy, or I should say her boyfriend, not baby daddy yet. He come up in the house and he was like, "Oh, so what's this?" She was like, I felt like I should do something special or whatever for you. Let's go out to dinner. He was like, looking like you look, we can have dinner inside. Next thing you know, they getting it in, right? And every time we saw them have sex, he was on top. Granted, ain't nothing wrong with it. It just looked boring. It just looked real boring. And I can understand why old girl probably just didn't feel it for you, Jesse. All right. But in this first time when we see Jesse and Miss Sam have sex, she was thinking of Charlie. Mind you, Charlie only came into her life for like a couple of minutes. Okay, for a couple of minutes and had a lasting impression on her. I said, oh, y'all like to play with dead bodies, and that's just what it is. You turned on by the dead, and you got to get with somebody that's turned on bad too. I said, what is going on? This is sick. But what I really wanted to say is, because it comes up later on in the episode, like, I be looking at, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I know it's probably boring couples, it is boring couples in just about every ethnicity, every nationality, every race, every whatever. You know what I'm saying? But forgive me, and especially if I do got some Caucasians that are watching, I respect y'all, okay? Because y'all love me too, and I love y'all. Especially y'all love my love after lockup. So the ones that still be watching me just to watch me, I love y'all, okay, for that. But I'm just have to put it out there. Sometimes I be sitting here like, especially the older ones, and especially the ones that actually work, who got jobs, like corporate jobs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta wake up at a certain time and then come home way after 5 o'clock. Some of y'all look boring as shit, okay? I be sitting here like, so what do y'all talk about? I literally just got through looking at Selling the OC, okay? And if you've been watching Selling Sunset, Selling Tampa, Selling the OC is a whole nother realm, right? But it's basically a spinoff mostly of Selling the OC. Selling Sunset, because it's a second opening from the Oppenheimer group that's at Selling Sunset. So now he done opened up, or I should say the twin brothers done opened up a new location in the OC. So I was looking at one particular person, like, I'm listening to these white people conversations, right? And ain't no flavor to it. Ain't no flavor to it. Like, it was one particular scene where the dude Gio was trying to, get in the mix with the two Alexes, Alex Rosa and Alex Jarvis. Yeah, and had them come over there to his place or whatever, was serving them tea and little finger sandwiches or whatever. Had his mama, I wish the mama lay off the plastic surgery and lay off the tanning. She's about to start looking like the cat lady, okay? She's very much power mighty morphing it, okay? That is what she's doing. Mind you, I don't like neither one of them. I don't like none of those people that I just mentioned. But they was sitting up in there, and the conversation that they was having, I said, so this is what rich people talk about? Granted, I get it that we trying to, make ourselves look like something because we're on TV and the cameras is in front. I said, this is some boring shit. First of all, Gio looked boring as hell. All right. He looked like he don't even know how to fuck. But I'm just saying, I was just looking at him, I was like, I don't know how I would feel. Like, if I have white friends, put this to the side. We finna go with that. If I ever get white friends that I'm actually like really, really cool with, they gotta be like hip, you know what I'm saying? They gotta be a little, got a little swag to them or whatever. I just can't have vanilla white friends, okay? You can't be white and vanilla at the same time, That's the same thing with black. Like, girl, you gotta have a little flavor. You gotta put a little Lowry's on there, whatever, What y'all do? I can't just do salt and pepper. I just can't do salt and pepper. Don't dash no parsley, because parsley ain't really got no taste to it either. Don't do that. I need you to spice it up a little bit, okay? One day I'm gonna pop up with a white friend. One day I'm gonna pop up with a white friend, okay? You know, associate or whatever, because I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on from that, Mr. Charlie and Miss Sam, they was out there talking. You know, they starting to get to know each other. You know, he done had his family pass away from a drunk driver, and he the only one that survived. And you know, she started talking about how, you know, some shit went down with her mama because they trauma bonded. That's exactly. And let me tell you something. Never fucking get into a relationship, a friendship, or whatever type of ship with somebody and it's starting off as a trauma bond. That is not good, okay? That is not good. Because once you get past that trauma and you work that out, like you go to therapy for it or you talk about it and you get it out your system and you do something to help it, what's left? You better hope you got something in common that's actually going to keep y'all cool together instead of just the trauma between y'all. Okay? And so, you know, they talking and shit. And I was just like, oh, okay, this is cool. You know, they getting real deep. And she talking about something, you know, it's some shit that happened to my mom and all that stuff. And I never told anybody. I never even told Jesse. Not even my friends. But for some reason, when I look at you, I want to tell you everything that's going on. I said, y'all about to fuck right now? How long y'all been talking? Because this a little bit deep and a little intimate. You want to tell this stranger what's going on and you can't even tell your peoples? Not even, I can understand Jesse, okay? Because I wouldn't trust Jesse with shit. Jesse probably would sit there and listen and be like, okay. He just gives me like he's not empathetic. You know, he don't know how to comfort. He just gives me that. But your friends, you couldn't tell your homegirls? She said, hell no, but I want to tell you, a stranger that I've known all of 3 seconds. And next thing you know, her phone rings and, you know, it's Jesse saying, you were supposed to be here. My family just came in from Cincinnati. Like, come on, what's going on? And she was like, oh my God, we had to do this little setting up, this little situation. I'll be there in a second. I'll be there in a second. So she left and she go home. And when she gets there, the lights is all out. She tried to flick the lights on and then they don't come on. And then she sees some shit on the floor in the back. You can clearly see that it's rose petals and candles or some shit on the floor. I could see that shit. So I was like, oh, he about to propose. But in her mind, what she see is she flashed back in. She flashed back into 1998 when she was on that floor sucking on her dead mama titty. You know what I'm saying? And there was cereal on the floor. You know, them little generic ass, great value ass frosted Fruit Loops or whatever. And I was just like, oh, bitch, what's going on? I said, girl, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, I said, girl, he about to propose. Snap out of it. See, this is why you need to go ahead and you need to talk to people about what's going on so that you can get a hold on shit like this, okay? Girl, next thing you know, she saw that cereal, she heard that crunch, and all of a sudden she just started crying. And they turned the lights on, and it was all her family and her friends, right? And they was about to just, you know, propose to her, and he was about to be like, will you marry me? And he come over there, oh my God, Sam, what's going on? What's going on? She was like, I can't because he was like, I saw these cereals and I went on ahead and got them because you always keep them up in the house. She was like, it's because when I was a kid, my mama died. My mama was murdered. Her head was bashed in. These dudes came in and they did all this shit to her. And you know the cereal fell on the floor. And I went and brought the cereal because it kept me to her. And he was like, oh my God, I didn't know this. You finna get married to somebody that you don't know. Okay, Jesse, what happened to you at the end, that was God looking out for you. I hate to say it like that, but you ain't need to be a part of that. Because that girl was all type of fucked up. But anyway, get you a little Steph wife. That's what you need. Next thing you know, she was like, he said, y'all, give us a second, give us a second. She was like, listen, I would need to be with you, okay? Because I'm too messed up. You don't need me. He was like, what you talking about? I love you. I want to be with you. Come on, I want you to be my wife. She was like, what? I said the way it went from 0 to 10, meaning this breakdown to, I said, bitch, it came out of nowhere. It felt misplaced. It felt a little misplaced, right? Ugh. Can't be wasting precious liquor. Meanwhile, she leaves. She leaves. Next thing you know, we see her back at work and she working on the body. She get the information to the body and it says John, 26, overdose. She said, oh, 26, so young. She pulled the curtain back, or I should say the blanket back, right? And it's Charlie. I said, so what's your name is? Is your name Charlie or is your name John? And I said, okay, well, I'm going to just say it's John because they don't know who it is. They just call it a John Doe. Okay, so that's just what it was. And she was like, oh my God. Damn. I just broke up with my man. And now the man that I want, he dead. Now I'm sitting here like, damn, what the fuck happened? You overdosed because she left? She couldn't stay and talk to you, so you got up in your feelings and you just said, let me take myself out? Like, what's going on, sir? You know, and she was just looking at him and she was feeling all up on him because at one point, if you go back in the, when she was sitting down talking to her friends about how the body is or whatever and how alive she got talking about it. And then at one point she was talking about how, you know, sometimes some of them come to the room or whatever and they penis be erect because all the blood that went down there, even though they did, you know, so they be having a woody. And I was like, okay, we didn't really need to know that, but obviously we did because of what happened in this goddamn scene. Mama is feeling all over him. I said, girl, what are you about to do? You're disgusting. Okay. And next thing you know, she feeling on his hands, feel on his chest, she laying down on him, and then she winds up kissing him. And then she winds up getting on top. Mind you, we seeing the fact that he got the little scars where they open him up and take the organs out and shit. Okay, and then they sewed him back up. But then she gets on top. And she put that dick inside her. And I said, I hope you get bacteria up in your puss. Y'all know it's a disease or it's some shit that can happen, like some bacteria shit. And you can get infected when you have sex with dead bodies. Look that shit up, bitch. And I'm sitting here looking like, you dirty, nasty, filthy bitch. Is it really that deep? Is this the first body that you fucked around with? And then all of a sudden, like when she was getting it in, right? She must have rolled it I said, you don't feel that it's warm? I mean, I know you warm, but you don't feel that it's warm and it's probably pulsating and it ain't you that's pulsating. Because all of a sudden, that motherfucker, I mean, she was getting into it. She must have rolled it for a good 30, 20 seconds. And then that motherfucking hand grabbed her fucking knee. I said, excuse me? She popped off that bitch. I said, oh, you hopped off the dick, okay? And she going up in there just crying like, bitch, I can't believe I just did that. I said, yeah, I can't. Honestly, I can't believe it. And you act like it ain't your first time, but you're acting like it is. So I'm going to just go with that. But girl, I can believe it looking at your ass. Meanwhile, she go back up in the room when she catch her bearings. And girl, where the body at? Where the body at? Gone, okay? She like, oh my God, am I fucking tripping? What the fuck just happened? Girl, she go run outside. She run outside and she go throw up. She go throw up. Meanwhile, who the fuck outside? Charlie ass. I said, excuse me, is this The Walking Dead? Is this The Walking Dead? He said, no, I was never really dead. It was just a little prank or some shit that we was doing. You know, it was just trying to get your ass out your shell. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a friend that do special effects and prosthetics and all that shit. So that's all the makeup that you saw. And she was like, why would you do that? I had fucking sex with you. I thought I had sex with a dead body, but he really wasn't dead. You fucked up, okay? You fucked up, bitch. And he was basically like, but you felt alive. You felt alive. I freed you. I freed you. I said, girl, so you did all of this just so she could fuck around with you and to so-called open up and be one with you and be one with herself and be one with her true self. I'm pretty sure there was other ways to go about this because now you fucked up the whole thing, okay? So at this point, Mama said, you a sick bitch, okay? Get the fuck up off of me and it's over. Whatever the fuck this sick shit is, it's over. It's done with. Don't ever fucking call me no more. Girl, she wind up leaving the goddamn job. 2 months later, this bitch is up in Sephora trying to put on makeup. I am so tired of some of these white girls. And let me tell you something. On Love After Lockup, Destiny was doing her mama makeup. I don't do makeup, but I know the way Destiny was doing that goddamn makeup, that ain't the way you do makeup. Okay, and I'm looking at Miss Girl right here doing this lady makeup. I said, ma'am, first of all, that Stafford ass dress that you got on, that is not you. That straight lace ass hair. I mean, she done bone straight her hair and everything. She done turned into the average valley white girl. I said, this is not you, Miss Sam. Okay? You know, next thing you know, she back with Jesse. They throwing her little bridal shower and all this stuff. And, you know, she's just going about her day, and she keeps on seeing visions of, you know, Charlie popping up, but he's not really there. But is he though? And I said, oh, what's going on? Next thing you know, they having another sex scene between her and Jesse, and again, he on top. And I was just like, he literally got his nut leaned over and cradled her. And I'm like, girl, did you get yours? You know, he like, I can't wait to make you my wife. I said, all right, Jesse. They get to the church, you know, Sam getting ready. Her friend was like, you look like the saddest bride ever. Like, come the fuck on. Do you even love Jesse? I know you really don't. She was like, I'm finna marry him, okay? Don't fucking worry about it. She was like, bitch, this ain't my friend, okay? You all just, you know, she was calling her out. And like, girl, be real. You don't want to do this. You ain't gotta do this. It's okay. And she was like, no, it ain't. It's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna fucking do this. Because she was like, girl, you basically changed yourself. She said, I'm finna fucking marry this man, so shut the fuck up. I said, okay, bitch, she was just looking out for you being a good friend. But if you want to go out there and do this stupid shit, like, I just don't understand getting married or being in a relationship with somebody that you don't like, okay? Like, are we that desperate to have somebody in our life that we will do this and be with somebody that we don't like? And I'm talking about people who willingly do shit like this. Not people who's forced, not people who do it for religious reasons, not people who are in arranged shit. I'm just talking about because you know it's people that willingly do that shit. Meanwhile, they get to the altar, right? The preacher started preaching. Jesse and Samantha, y'all here today to get married, okay? Jesse, he starts saying his vows, and then he starts saying, you know, and I can't wait for our, you know, kids to see what we went through and how we were, just like this. I said, what? I ain't never been up in no marriage, in no wedding where they start saying the vows, and then in the midst of the vows, a goddamn PowerPoint presentation photo situation started playing about their relationship. I said, baby, we do that at the reception, if anything. Okay, we don't do that in the midst of the vows in the church, you know? So he started playing the screen, right? The movie started playing, and it's all cute. Oh, they together, happy times. I feed you, you feed me, you know. And next thing you know, why is it that the good times turn to a screeching halt? Because that security footage, black and white footage of fucking Sam up in that goddamn funeral home room, fucking that fake dead body. Everybody was like, oh my God. They was like sick. She was like, oh my God, wait a minute. No. That's not what happened. Okay, first of all, he was not dead. And then here come Charlie. It's because it's me. Because I'm supposed to be the one that you're supposed to be with. I'm trying to save you. And it was like, wait a minute, so that's him? It was like, I don't give a fuck. Listen, no, I'm just saying he was not dead. You know, and I will say this. When it first came up that she started fucking that body that she thought was dead, I said, you fucking that dead man without his consent? You really fucking that damn man without his consent? She said, girl, calm down. And next thing you know, Jesse said, well, fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck if he dead or alive. The fact of the matter is, you fucking cheated, bitch. And I said, well, hold on. I thought she left you. I didn't know y'all was still together. I thought she left because she said, you don't deserve nobody like me. I'm too messed up. And she walked out. So I thought it was over. So did she really cheat? Or did you think she cheated because you didn't know that y'all was broken up? I don't know. Next thing you know, she cussed Charlie ass out. Talk about something, I don't need you to free me. I don't need you this, and stay the fuck away from me. And I said, Charlie, why are you doing all this shit? And so just like a typical motherfucker who can't get their way, Miss Girl then spiraled downward even further. Now she can't get a job to save her life because this motherfucker then got her registered as a goddamn sex offender. I said, what? So now she's a sex offender for fucking around with a dead or a fake dead corpse that wasn't even dead. That don't make sense. But I'm pretty sure it probably is. Like if you, but at the same time, desecrating a corpse. Okay, you could get charged with that. But I didn't know you could be charged as a sex offender for that. But I thought you had to be charged as a sex offender if the person's still alive. And they I said, did she go to court for this shit? What is going on? Because she trying to get a job as a goddamn maid, bitch. All right, and the other maid pulled up some shit. They done made a meme of the goddamn video. I said, now how did everybody and their mama in this damn town find out about this damn video? Who took a picture of it? Charlie out here putting it out there trying to make her feel like shit. That's what I feel like was happening. And somebody else probably was up in there recording the shit too. And they was like, girl, look what shit happened. Because honestly, I probably would have did that. I would have recorded it just to be like, bitch, do you see this shit? I mean, because sometimes you just gotta see it to believe it, bitch, okay? And then you know how this day and age is. We'll meme anything, put it on the internet, and it just fucked her up so bad. Girl, she tried to go get some coffee. Everybody up in the coffee shop just looking at her, just talking shit. Her friend was sitting down there at the table. She was all scared looking at her. I said, girl, now why would you diss her like that? You ain't even gonna ask her if she okay. Like, that's real fucked up the way people turned on her, and she ain't even really do nothing to nobody. She ain't do nothing to nobody for y'all to turn on her like that. Okay, she thought well, I mean, it is twisted that she fucked the dead corpse, but the corpse technically was not dead. He was a live human being. You could have said, bitch, we was just playing a dress. We was just playing role playing. That's all that it was. I was acting out a little fantasy that I didn't really want to act on. And so we played with a fake body. I mean, we made it seem like he was dead, but he really wasn't. Y'all could have turned this any type of way, but them friends really wasn't friends. Especially the bitch. I said, what a bitch at that was up in there talking shit, telling her you ain't really want to get married to this man. Where was you at? So you not her friend no more? You not her friend no more? That's some fake ass shit, bitch. Meanwhile, she went and got a gun from the streets, okay? And she went and found Charlie ass. He was digging a grave, and this motherfucker, I was just trying to free you. I was just trying to do this because you need this, you this, and you that. I know about your mama. She's like, don't talk about my mama, okay? Don't tell me what I need. I'm not here for nobody patronizing me like you niggas always do. Why you mad be patronizing me? And I was just sitting here the same way like, now Charlie, you want this girl, but telling her about herself and saying, no, you need me. I'm the only one that understand you. And it's supposed to be. That ain't gonna make me want to be with you. Don't fucking tell me I need you. Okay? Don't try to warp my mind around to come around to yours because you want me that damn bad. Right? And so at this point, he was like, I was trying to help you. I want to help you. She said, bitch, I ain't asked for your help. But of course you knew that they was going to come together eventually in all of this because it went for her about to shoot him, to her about to shoot herself, to them hugging and kissing it out like, yeah, you the only bitch that understand me. You get it. You get it. And all of a sudden we hear pop. I said, oh, what happened? She done shot Charlie in the stomach. Charlie looked like, what? So this what we doing? And she said, yeah, this what we doing. Next thing you know, Charlie falls back into the hole that he just dug, right? Sam goes over and she pushes the button on the truck that got all that dirt that he just dug up in there to tilt it back up in there to fill the hole back up, right? He laying in the bed on the bed of dirt on his back and he just bleeding. He just like in shock. I said, yeah, that shit hurt, don't it? It hurt, don't it? This bitch, I'm thinking she just finna bury this motherfucker alive and let him bleed out in the goddamn dirt, bitch. That's what I thought she was about to do. This bitch done jumped into the thing with him. Talking about forever together. Because earlier when they was having one of their conversations, he told them about this one lady back some centuries ago who basically buried herself alive with her husband when her husband died. And so these bitches reacting that shit. What is it called? Reenacting or whatever the fuck, doing the same thing. I said, bitch, what is this sick shit? And you want to know what was real sick about it? Because it wasn't the fact that she jumped in there with him. Okay? Mind you, you the one that just called Tim psychotic. Bitch, both of y'all psychotic doo-doo-doo-doo, okay? Bitch, she started kissing him. They was kissing, y'all. And then all of a sudden, we see the dirt just piling up on both of them. And then we see her pull her panties off. She pulled her panties off. And they started fucking. And the whole time, I'm thinking, that bullet wound don't hurt? It must be the adrenaline. It must be the adrenaline because I just, y'all fucking in the dirt. I said, bitch, dirt follicles is going all up in your puss, girl. Oh my God, is it really? Is it really? That's really what's going on? That's really what's going on? You know, he was like, yeah, because I know your mama got killed and they ain't found you for three days and all that stuff. And I mean, he was spilling all her tea. Okay, she was like, in those 3 days, I felt the most alive. I said, excuse me, sis, how old was you? You was a little kid. What are you talking about? Girl, how you feel? I said, you know what? This is some sick shit. Please bury y'all asses and get me the fuck up out of here. Ryan Murphy, I don't know who the fuck told you to do this, but don't ever do it again. Okay? I did not know. This is not what I asked for. I'd rather see somebody get shanked the fuck up than to be fucking around with fake dead bodies and then to be fucking in a grave. What? I mean, it was bad enough the little girl was drinking mama titty. I said, and then she wasn't even drinking nothing. She was just sucking on it. Anyway, American Horror Story. Is this the last episode or do we got one more left? Y'all tell me. Okay, I will see y'all later.